Hello, this is Mario from DataMighty, bringing you an Excel tutorial on the SUMPRODUCT formula. This formula can be used in a variety of different ways, but it is most often used in place of the SUMIF and COUNTIF formulas. So that's what we're going to review here today. SUMPRODUCT is just composed of ranges and filters. And this holds true whether you're using SUMPRODUCT to sum cells or whether you're using SUMPRODUCT to count cells. So basically every collection of ranges and filters are separated with a dash, open parentheses, the range and filter, end parentheses, and a comma. So we'll start with total units for Ben. So we just simply want to count how many units or how many rows include the name Ben. So we'll start with equals SUMPRODUCT dash open parentheses, and then we select our range. We use our logic, which is equals Ben with quotation marks since it's a text and parentheses, and then you close parentheses for SUMPRODUCT. Enter. So the output was 3. All we did was simply select our range and we applied the logic in which we wanted to filter on. Now we just went over how to count the number of units for Ben. What if we wanted to sum the volume for all units for Ben? We would do the same exact thing with just a little twist at the very end. So it'll be SUMPRODUCT, open parentheses, dash, we'll select our range, which would be the name column, our logic, which would be equals Ben, close parentheses. So now if we close this up, it would be 3 again, which is simply just the number of times Ben shows up. But we want to actually sum volume. So all you would do is add a comma at the end and simply select the volume. Enter. So what we simply did was use a SUMPRODUCT formula to identify a range and a filter and simply the range that we wanted to sum. So now let's say we have more than just one filter. Let's say we have 2 filters. Let's say we want to get all units for Ben in the year 2020. So it's just an extra step. It's very simple to do. So we'll do equals SUMPRODUCT, open parentheses, our first range, which is the name column, our logic, which is equals Ben, close that parentheses, and now we're going to start the next collection of ranges and filters. So we'll click comma, again, dash, open parentheses, the year column, our logic, which equals 2020. Since 2020 is a number and it's not a text, we don't have to use the quotation marks. Close the parentheses and close the parentheses again for the whole formula. So we got the number 2. All we did was add an extra collection of ranges and filters. So the first range was B7 and B16, which is the name column, the logic, which was Ben, and the second collection of ranges and filters was the year column, and our logic, which was 2020. So the output was the count of all rows for Ben in the year 2020. Now let's move on to summing the volume for Ben in the year 2020. So at this point, you could probably guess how to put this formula together. So you would start with equals SUMPRODUCT, and we're going to use this first collection of ranges and filters. So it'll be dash, open parentheses, the name column, and then we're going to enter the logic, which is equals Ben, close the parentheses, comma, and now we're going to start the second collection of ranges and filters. So it would be dash, open parentheses, the year column, our logic, which is 2020, close the parentheses, And if we close the parentheses, as you can guess, it's going to count the number of units in 2020 for Ben, which is going to be 2. However, we want to sum the volume column. So all we would do is add a column at the very end and simply select that range that we want to sum. Press enter, and the output is 4,350, which is these 2 cells here. So that's how you put together a sum product formula. It's just composed of ranges and filters and ranges and filters. If you want to sum a range, you simply include the range that you want to sum at the end of the formula. It's a much better formula than SUMIF and a much better formula than COUNTIF, simply because it's a lot more flexible. You could use nested formulas such as ORs, ANDs, searches, is numbers, and a bunch of other formulas. The only drawback is that it's going to use a little bit more memory for your computer. So if you have tens of thousands of rows, it might slow it down. But if you have a few thousand, or if you have hundreds of rows, this is by far the better formula to use. Thank you for watching. If this video helped you out, please like the video. If you want to watch more videos, please click subscribe. And we have a bunch of other videos, a bunch of other tutorials on our website. We have practice tests, we have aptitude tests, we have Excel discussions, we have leadership motivational quotes. So just check out the website. I have all that linked down in the description box below.